Yeah, 5% it would be 500.
That's not very much. If you guys really think of the math on that and what that 500's worth, okay, so let's take that 500 at the let's say okay, let's just do some math here. So let's see. Let's just take the price of the first thing we see. There you go, wheat, barley actually, $408, right? Barley's $408. So if you guys give him 10,000 barley, he gets
$200 basically.
$200. That's at 5%. He makes $200 on that barley. So that's not very much money.
No, that might even be running at a loss at 5%. We'll have to see as the game progresses.
But okay, so there you go. There's the Mumble. Like I said, guys, if you want to join us in Mumble, go for it. Join us in Mumble. As I said, this is the opportunity for discussion before we set stuff in stone. Okay, let's start here. Does anybody have a problem with the 5% storage fee? Yes or no?
No, I don't have a problem with that.
Anyone else? Anyone else? If you don't answer, I'm gonna assume that means no.
Initially, I had something to say about it, but I mean, now that you put it into your terms about 10,000. Yeah, no, it's not a problem.
Yeah, because like I said, if you actually break it down into the math, remember that's how we have to do everything. We have to break down things into the math and look at it from a logical, mathematical point, right? So when you break down that 5% into math, now that we're actually kind of looking at it, it's not very much money, but it does cover the storage fee. So
And you guys also got to remember, eventually you can get your own silos too. So
someone just said 13 Farm Sim 2013 is on sale at Steam for $14, guys. Thank you, Jail34. And how are you doing this morning, Jail? Thank you for that. Nobody has a problem with the 5% storage fee, right? I got Carluna,
I'll be right back.
Lonnie, Makona. Alright, guys. So I think we're gonna set that 5%. That's.
I have no problem with it. So it's before we have played it and tried it, it's very difficult to say if we think it's too much or too little.
Yeah.
But in general, I tend to agree a little bit with Viking. It should almost be more, because I don't think. No, I think that we should be well paid for the things that we do. Otherwise, the progress will just stop, and not entirely maybe, but and people get tired and might quit, and I don't know.
Yeah, I know. I know what you're saying. Yeah, like if you don't get paid for doing something, then why do it, right?
well,
Exactly.
when it comes to the storage, though, like I said, it's going to have to be me keeping records for a little while and testing it to make sure it's not running at a loss. But you got to also remember, like, if 15 farms bring in a load, I just made $200 times 15. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it also is going to vary how much money you make depending on whether you're delivering items or if everybody's coming and going, grabbing their own stuff themselves.
Well, that's one thing right there. I will be loading the trailers.
This is how it's gonna work when you drop something off, guys. You come in, you say, "Hey, Shadow, I got something." He'll jump into your tractor, he'll write it down, he'll unload it, he'll give you your tractor back. You're on your way, right? I think that's right.
But that's what I mean, though, is we're all bringing our tractors in there. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if he's gonna be bringing his
No.
using his own equipment to deliver items or pick up items.
No. That's just storage fee.
Yeah, later on when I get my own trucks and own trailers, if somebody wants me to come pick it up, that's a whole nother fee. We'll work that out.
Okay, gotcha.
So storage 5% is done. Now, okay. Now let's water. Let's just stick and look at water. Okay, this water. Game says water's worth 20 cents a liter. Does that need to go up or down?
Well, if
Alright, guys, I'm back.
if we're going to use those pods, if we were basing it on 20 cents, so that's 4,000 for the 20,000 liters. You then need to really work out what the delivery is or
Top down
rental.
for what moved in from multiplay. Game server by the server.
See, the delivery is going to vary, though, depending on what the person is using for a tractor.
Those pods do simplify the water quite a bit.
Viking Legit 93 entered channel.
Because, you know, that actually, this is how I would do it. And I'm thinking about it now, and I'm thinking about how I would do it. I would buy my pod and buy my water at that price. And, you know what I mean? Like, I buy my own pod, because they're only $5,000, which, yes, that's a lot of money, but for the livestock people, you're going to be using the water, you know what I mean?
Actually, that's a good idea. Everybody who needs water buys their own water pod and pays a flat rate every time it needs to get refilled.
Exactly, and that, I think, is an excellent idea.
Those water pods they're cheap too. They're only $5.
So basically, every time Lonnie has to come fill up your pod, it's going to cost you $4,000. Does that sound fair to everyone?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good. And actually, along that point, fuel. There's 15 fuel pods
we can
already
do the same thing for fuel. That's exactly right.
You know, $10,000 or
So
X amount. I don't know how
okay,
much.
so before we move on to fuel, let's stamp the water thing. Everybody who has livestock will be responsible for getting their own pods. Lonnie will fill up our pods at $4,000. That includes the transportation, right? Are you okay with that, Lonnie?
Yeah, how big are the pods?
20,000 liters.
Oh, those
Yeah,
starting
that might be a
trailers,
little
though,
high.
you might have to make a couple of trips though to fill
Well,
those pods up.
I think if you were to bring water and drop off 19.5, I'm pretty sure everybody would be okay with that. That's close enough. I'm okay with that. I'm not gonna make you make 2 trips just for that 500 liters.
I would.
I think by the time you guys are using more water, I would have a bigger truck too.
Yeah. So in the
True,
beginning, if you come bring 19,500 liters to my pod, I am 100% fine with that. I'm not gonna make you do another trip for 500 liters. That's not gonna happen.
In the
Yeah,
beginning, you'd be getting 1,000 at a time.
Well,
That's where
yeah. Well, no, because remember the 19,000 liter truck is only $8,000, Lonnie.
Yeah, but what are you gonna tow it with?
A tractor? Buy the Ford. The Ford F-350 is, oh, yeah.
You could use a
Slow.
tractor.
You can use a
But
tractor.
what kind of hitch does it have?
It has a ball hitch.
All the tractor will work, but fully loaded, it does like 8 miles an hour.
Well, I didn't say it was going to be easy.
I know.
That's not going to be a fast process, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, eventually the storage area will have some of those Ford F-350s in the beginning until I get better fuel efficient cars.
Yeah, it's going to be for all of us in the beginning. We're all going to be traveling 8 miles an hour. Okay, so everybody's okay with that price. Fuel pod, $4,000. That includes the delivery. Everybody's fine with that?
Nope. Just kidding.
I'm back.
Okay, I'm gonna take your silences as yes. I'm gonna take
I agree.
I'm fully fine since I don't have animals. I don't gotta worry about that.
For example, like a person I want to hear is Carluna. Since you have animals, I have animals. I'm okay with it. I'm pretty sure Carluna's like, yeah, I'm fine with it.
I am.
Okay, so
I prefer not to speak as long as I agree with what's being said. It's no point in just saying I agree. I think
okay, so if you are silent, I'll take that as you agree. Got you.
that you can do. Yeah.
Okay. So as I said, all the livestock people are responsible for their own pods. Each fill up of the pod will be $4,000. That includes delivery. Now, if Lonnie has to fill up 10 pods, you're gonna have to be patient. You know, or Lonnie's like, hey, can someone help me deliver pods? I'll give you so much money, right?
Right.
There you go. The water is set. I'm writing all this down, guys. I'm writing all this down.
All right, so on to fuel. Fuel.
Storage for the time being, 5%. Water for the time being, 20,000 per pod. Next, fuel. Okay, next is gonna be
4,000 per pod, right?
yeah, 4,000 per pod. Next is gonna be
Well, this is 20,000. I want to switch jobs.
next is fuel. Next
Do
is
the fuel pods move the same?
We're gonna check to see if there is fuel pods. Remember, everybody starts with 1,000-liter fuel pod. Everybody starts with one. All you gotta do is go pick it up.
Yeah, there's the starting fuel pods, plus every farm has those red tanks that you can buy access to that also store.
So everybody starts with a fuel pod. There's 15 fuel pods. There are 1,000-liter fuel pods. Everybody starts with one.
Do the individual farm tanks refill themselves?
No.
No, they do not.
Individual tanks are just holding for extra fuel.
Okay.
So now, okay, we'll do fuel based on those pods since they're already available. They're easy accessible and easy to be mobile, right? That's 1,000 liters of fuel. Now we need to set a price. According to the game, that's 70 cents. So 70 cents times 1,000 is how much? $700?
$700, yeah, but that's way too low.
Yeah, considering the amount of time and effort that it actually takes to make fuel, that's way too low.
So what's a fairer price? Now let's do some math here. Let's do this logically. That's how you would do things, right? Logically. So let's base this off prices. Sorghum is $2.88 a ton. Corn is $2.12 a ton. What was the last one? Sugarcane, right?
Remember now, if you calculate through the prices, remember that those prices are well, at least somewhat random from what I understand.
They are. I'm low ball. We're just like getting a low ball hit. Okay, sugarcane. I just passed it. Okay.
Yeah.
Sugarcane, 280 a pod. So let's just say 200 a ton for each crop. So let's do some math. 24,000 liters of each crop made 700 liters of fuel. Is anyone doing the math on this? I hope someone is. I should write it down.
I'll make it a little bit easier for you here. In the video, 100,000 liters of each crop made 3,000 liters of fuel. So it's 33,000 of each crop. Well, it's 1/3. 33,000 for 1,000 liters of fuel.
So 33,000 crops equals 1,000, roughly. That's close enough, right?
Yep.
We would have break that into each crop being worth 200 a ton. That's gonna be too much money, dude. That's way too much money. I don't want to charge that much for fuel.
But then you also got to think of, I'm sure there's going to be people, I mean, speaking for myself, I'll be more than willing to farm and work and donate my crops to the fuel factory in return for fuel, you know what I mean?
See,
Wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
Channel harvester _man
I'm more than willing to offer free storage to the fuel crops for some free fuel.
See, there you go. Very good. But let's still get a set price in case we can't deal and trade, right? I'm trying to break this down. So 33.
Channel turn down for what? They're on it.
Sitting here with a calculator. I swear I haven't done this math in so long. Can't be right. Okay, let me redo the math on this. So basically, 33,000 of each fuel type, right? That's 99,000 liters of each crop type to make 1,000 liters of fuel, right?
Yeah, it'd be equivalent to 100,000 liters worth of crops to make 1,000 liters of fuel.
Okay, so 99,000 divided by 1,000 is 99 tons, right? $99 tons times 600. Is $59,400. That's not like that's if you were to sell each crop at $200. So, I think that's way too high. That's way too high. Suggestions, ideas. This if we did it at $100, $50. Let's try $50. $99 tons times 50. That'll be times 150. $14,000 per thousand. Still too much money, right? I think that's too much money. And that's if we're valuing the crops at $50 a ton.
Well, you gotta remember that's a lot of work for one person.
All right, I went AFK to grab a drink. So what was the official price?
I haven't figured it out yet. That's just it. I think, I mean, to start off with, there's going to have to be more than one person working on fuel.
No,
There's just going to have to.
Unfortunately, the crops are more valuable than the fuel. You know what I mean? And that's at really, really, really low ball prices.
Yeah, so
That's a okay. So, like I said, guys, right now, spitball ideas. So, as of right now, the crops are more valuable than the fuel, but fuel is a necessity. So, technically, by a logical point, the fuel should be more valuable than the crops, right?
Okay, so I have an idea.
Shoot it. Go for it.
What if we were to all work together on our own fields and individually grow the 3 different crops? So 5 fields of the 3 different crops.
We're all responsible for our own fuel.
No. Well, yes, we could do that, but I was going to say initially, all work together so that we all get 1,000 liters of fuel. That should last us quite a long time.
Here's the first thing that's going to happen. I promise you, this is going to happen. Someone's going to be driving around a lot in a gas guzzler. And guess what's going to happen?
You're gonna waste all the fuel already.
Guess what's going to happen? Oh, the people who are working on that are going to be like, hey, dude, you're using up more than your share, right?
These are things we're going to have to deal with, though. There is going to be no perfect system.
And you see, we thought about if everybody handled their own fuel, like nobody, that we just make the fuel a public place and everybody handles their own fuel, we could do that.
But then you'd have
lines.
Probably at least 2 or 3 people at a time waiting
in line for
factory.
us.
Yeah. I mean, there is going to be no perfect system for us. We're going to have to make sacrifices.
Basically, we want a system, a simple system. Like I said, honestly, the most simple system for the fuel is going to be TJ's going to be like, hey, CP, I'm going to grow some this. Oh, okay, I'll grow this. Someone else is going to grow this. And then we all share in the fuel, right? Or someone says, you know, Lonnie's like, hey, I'm going to bring you water. Oh, instead of the water, I'll give you some fuel. Oh, okay. Because he's going to drive around a lot, right? Like I said, we're just... Honestly, I got a feeling most of us are going to be dealing in trade. Most of us are going to be dealing in trade. Go ahead.
What about... So if you don't provide crops for the fuel, you pay above the crop value to get fuel. But if you provide like some decent amounts of crops for fuel, you get half the value.
Yeah, but then you're also going to have to get into the thing of, well, this person provided 50,000 liters, this person provided 10,000 liters, and yet they're all going to get the same discount. People are going to put in the minimal amount of work to get the biggest reward.
We set the values. If
Yeah,
you
you can
want,
set how many tons you need.
if you want a discount, you have to provide X amount of product. That's actually an excellent idea. I think that's an excellent idea. So we're gonna put the fuel. So, okay, so first let's do this. The fuel is gonna cost the price. Fuel will cost the price of crops. Yes or no?
Yes.
To give somebody an incentive to grow them, then yes.
Okay, so fuel will equal whatever the crops prices are. That's what fuel is gonna cost us. Okay. So if we set, like I said, right now the crops we're lowballing are about 250 a piece a liter. So if we times 99 times 700, that's the price for 1,000 liters of fuel, correct? And that's lowballing the prices. So let's do that.
Just one thing.
Go ahead, Cardinal.
If I'm understanding you correctly, you charge whatever is needed to make the fuel.
Yeah, like so for example, let's say, like I said, to make 1,000 liters of fuel, it takes 99,000 tons of crops, right? That's the math.
Harvester
So
underscore
99 tons of
117
crops.
entered channel.
Shadow, you got stuck.
Yeah, I'm getting damage mod out of my system when I can.
So here's the math. At $250 a crop, which is a low price, but 1,000 liters of fuel is $74,000. I'm doing my math correct, right? Okay, so 1,000 liters of fuel is worth $74,000. For example, that's at 99. That's 1,000. But if say Carluna brings me 33,000 liters of corn, if TJ brings me 33,000 of sugarcane, and I put in 33,000, we all get a 50% discount, right?
That's just, in my head, still sounds like such a high amount. I mean,
does.
almost $40,000 for 1,000 liters of fuel?
And that's because we're lowballing the crops.
Nice driving there, Shadow.
So that's price, and because we're actually, those crop prices are the low end of those crop prices. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sitting here looking at it too, going,
So, I don't know how this is gonna work, because fuel's gonna bankrupt everybody.
Yeah.
At those prices. I mean, the only way we could do it is we can't charge fuel at crop prices. So you're gonna have to take a hit on it.
See, like that's not at crop. That's at low end crop. What are you doing, Shadow?
Wow, that takes skill to get it up on top of that.
So that price, TJ, is not even at crop price. That's the lowball crop price. Actually, at that price, you're better off selling the crop. You know what I mean?
Shadow. Getting that mower stuck on the fence is almost as skillfully as I got my trailer on the fuel tank.
So guys, let's stay on topic, fellas. Stay on topic. Remember. So, honestly, at that price, at $74,000 a liter, you're honestly you're better off selling the crop, right?
Yep.
Better off selling the crop and or making it yourself. I mean,
Yeah. That's because we're using. This is the logical, mathematical, correct way to do it. Like if I made this, I'm better off just selling it all and letting someone else worry about the fuel, right?
What if you set up a price for fuel, but made it to where you couldn't sell the crops that make fuel?
Well, no, because remember, corn is used in like birdseed and whiskey and other things. Sugarcane is used in other things.
Okay.
Yeah, like we don't want to outlaw selling crops because that's not fair.
Well, yeah, then you don't, in principle, sell them if you use them for producing other things, do you?
Well, yeah, but you're making profit off them. Know what I mean? For example, if you use your corn and sugarcane to make whiskey, you're gonna make a nice profit off that corn and sugarcane. If you use your so just
How about we look at it from another angle?
like I said, that's why we're like I said, this is a group discussion. Hopefully, people throw different angles at it.
So
Another angle is a good thing.
Fuel is a necessity for all of us. So, what if people that use more pay more?
Yeah, that's. Well, remember the
No,
amount
I mean higher rate.
Well, remember, right now we need to set a price. We need to set a price. You know what I mean?
Well,
like someone who wastes a lot of fuel, we're gonna know who they are in a minute automatically because they're gonna constantly go, "Hey, I need more fuel. Hey, I need more fuel. Hey, I need more fuel." You know what I mean?
See, the thing is, though, is if they're using more fuel, what's the problem with that if they're paying the price? And you got to think, if you're charging more for people who use more, then you're putting out the delivery guys, the people delivering the water, the transportation company, the people who are running vital roles, you're charging them more when, in honesty, if they're buying more, I mean, you buy something in bulk, you usually get a discount.
Someone joined the server. Who joined the server?
Did they? I wouldn't even
Yeah, it's Qtex. Do not join the server, guys. Isn't economy fun, guys? I'm having a blast. Economy is such a great thing, you know. Said economy, Lonnie has to pay. Oh, well, I'm paying this much for fuel, so now I have to charge you this much for water because it's killing me in transport costs.
Actually, that brings up another point. We should have dealt with the fuel prices before we set anything else, because that's going to dictate delivery prices.
Here's the honest truth. We can set. Honestly, I don't care. That's probably what I'm gonna mostly do. I'm just gonna do a lot of fuel. Honestly, all I want is fuel to be at a price where people won't abuse it. That's all I care about. That's all I really care about.
$10 a liter.
You know what I mean? That's all I really care about, guys. I'm not gonna try to make a profit from fuel. All I want is a price where people will go. They're gonna think before they use, right? So how about let's look at it from that aspect. Let's look at it not from a profit aspect or a income aspect, but let's look at it as what's a good price per 1,000 liters that will make you think before you use fuel. You know what I mean? How about let's look at it from that angle.
Right. But it's not right for you not to make a profit either because you're playing the game too.
I don't care. I play this game because I don't know.
What about like real world prices? Just like $5 a liter.
So what? Okay, so 1,000 liters is $10,000.
Real world prices is actually about $2 a liter.
Real world prices. No, if you were to go to fuel prices, what is the website? There's a website that shows all the fuel prices for an average around the world. Just type in world average fuel price, gasoline. Actually, it'll be diesel. World average diesel price, and it'll give you a number.
I think diesel per gallon in the United States is like $7, but that's per gallon though.
Yeah,
That's
1
what I
liter
mean.
is 3.785 liters.
Okay, so
See,
let's
that's
just
what I was saying. It's more like $2 per
just
liter.
okay. Let's just spitball this here. How does $10,000 for 1,000 liters of fuel sound?
That
Sounds
sounds
fair.
reasonable to me.
Remember, guys, if you find it unreasonable, speak up. Okay, I'm assuming that sounds reasonable. $10,000
I think that's reasonable.
for 1,000 liters of fuel. It's way below what the crops are worth, but like I said, I don't care about that. I really don't.
Well, as long as it's a profit for you to actually have an incentive to make fuel, that's fine.
Well, here's something I also have to remember is you were talking about you're going to make $200 times 15 farms. Well, or $10,000 times 15 farms. Do the math.
Well, yeah, but do the math.
I mean, it's going to take a lot of time to provide that much fuel. That's the.
Yeah, do the
flip side.
math. 1,000 liters times 99,000 yield a crop. Do the math.
So far, the most expensive on the, this website, the most expensive I found was turkey, $2.36 a liter.
But see, this is how it's probably gonna work. Honestly, I'm gonna plant all the crops. I'm gonna say, hey guys, anybody want to come help me harvest the fuel crops? And guess what people are gonna say? Right? Shadow's gonna go, yeah, I'll come help you. Cardoon is gonna go, I'll come help you. I know that's why I'm not worried about making a profit on this, because I'm not looking at it from a profit angle. I'm looking at it from more of a deterrent of people taking advantage of fuel. You know what I mean?
Well, that's just it. We all need fuel to survive. So
Yeah.
at some point or another, we're all going to be working on the fuel fields.
Yeah,
It's
so-
just going to be a fact. I mean, it's unavoidable.
Yeah, so I'll plant, like I said, I'll say something like, exactly when we start right now, I'm gonna go, who wants to come and help me plant fuel fields? And I already know what's gonna happen. Most of you are gonna say, on the way, right?
I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can help as long as the storage area isn't busy. If it's a busy day or a great demand, I won't be able to do nothing.
Well, that's just it. We're all empty right now. All the farms are starting out with no fields, no crops. Everything is sold. So
Well, remember-
the shipping yard should be pretty dead for at least the beginning couple.
Yeah, but as soon
Oh
as
yeah, that's what I'm saying though, but later in the game, if that happens.
Oh yeah.
So that $10,000 I think is kind of low compared to what current prices are in the U.S. That would actually be about almost 14,000.
I topped off my car today. Paid about $2.6 a liter.
Yeah.
I heard
But
a good one.
that's the maximum price I've ever paid, I think.
No, around here it's about 280, no, 380 a gallon around here. It's 4 liters.
Yeah, the U.S. average right now is 369.
Yeah, I think for gasoline it's about 365 here.
That seems about
For,
right.
for a gallon or for a liter?
For a gallon.
Yeah, I was talking about liter. 260.
So this is, how about
For
we
one
do
liter.
this? How about we do this in the beginning? Because remember, it's gonna take us a while to cook up enough fuel to actually get to 1,000 liters, right? So this is what we're gonna do in the beginning. I don't care. This is how we're gonna do it in the beginning. Everybody that helps with fuel crops at my farm can get fuel for, I don't want to say for free.
You shouldn't say for free.
How about if they would help you, they get 1,000 liters for like 200.
Well, no, it's gonna, remember, you gotta look at this. Okay, there's 8 of us just in this channel waiting to get in and start our farms. So that's 8,000 liters of fuel right there. It's gonna take us a while to get that much crops, right?
Well, I mean, you gotta also, we'd start out with those really fuel efficient crappy tractors too, so we won't really need that much fuel in the beginning.
That's what I'm
So you
saying.
can kind of get a little back stockpile of fuel.
Yeah, so like what I'm doing right now, this is one thing in mind. As soon as I start the game, I'm just gonna sit there and start planting sugarcane, double sugarcane, because sugarcane yield is horrible, then corn, then sorghum. That's what I'm going to do right when I start the game.
See, here's the problem with that though. Everybody's only got one field to start with, so it's gonna have to be a group effort.
Yeah, but it's a massive field. Remember, I'm not going to plant my entire field. You know what I mean?
I think that's exactly what we should do though.
CP.
What's
I
up?
mean, if we get... Sorry, go ahead.
I heard a funny joke.
Shady, we gotta keep it on topic, guys. Keep it. You can tell me the joke later. I'll remind you later.
Alright.
See, I think in the beginning we should have at least 3 fields, all being planted for fuel. I mean, that is everybody willing. I mean, I'm willing to use, you know, my fields for it. And then we know the yields of everything, so whatever has the biggest fields, you know, gets planted with the lowest yield item, you know, that kind of a thing.
You gotta
That way
keep
we
in mind,
try
though,
and even everything out.
you gotta keep in mind that's coming out of your pocket, right? You know that, right? In other words, that
We're all
whole
starting with nothing though. You can't get something from nothing. You know, it's gonna take something to make something.
As of right now, we're all gonna start with about $20,000. We're all gonna start with about $20,000 plus the starting equipment plus a full load of seeds. That's what we're all starting with. Which that's a pretty good start. You know, that's a pretty good start for a lot of us. For me, that almost covers my front loader, so I can start a sheep too. You know what? Let's start the game up. Let's start the game up. Let's get in. We still need to distribute land. Let's do this. Let's get in there and start going. I think we're.
Yeah, agreed.
Is going to be a necessity. It's our lifeblood, and it's expensive. It's going to be a lot of hard work, but I think we're all in agreement. So let's exit this.
Long story short, I agree with anything as long as it's not uberly ridiculous.
Agree with that. I'll be AFK a few minutes. I have to get myself some food. I'll be listening to you, but I'm probably not gonna pop in with anything.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Are we starting up the other server now, or?
Yes, we're going to start the server up.
Okay.
Server is online, gentlemen. Server is online. Oh, there she is.
Hey CP, when are you gonna take a break?
Centered channel.
I don't know, sometime today.
We spent 2 hours debating.
Yeah, we did. We haven't even covered silage. That was just water and fuel and storage.
This is why I was excited to play this map.
I know, so was I. I know, so was I. These little debates, these little economical debates we have, I love them. I just think they're, I love them.
Well, if fuel's $10, we'll do silage at 5.
Hi.
Hello. And Georgia Assassin. How are you doing this morning, Georgia? What's going on, man?
Sorry, I
Hey,
left my
George.
sister alone for a few minutes and she came in here and said hi.
As you guys are listening and watching, you know, we've been debating the finer points of pricings. The server's finally up. There you go. Oh, okay, thank you. Still haven't covered silage price. We need to check if there's a pod for silage, right? We haven't even discussed fertilizer prices. So much to do. So exciting.
Ooh, big mate.
As you can tell,
So are we opening this up for the
all
raffle?
all the stores are empty, guys. Wait. Yeah, all the stores are empty. Everything has been sold. We're just waiting right now. Once we will be distributing land here in a little bit. First, we need to finish the seeds. The seed trailers need to be finished. That's actually something someone can do. Here's what we can do, guys. So everybody synchronizes in. This is going to take a little bit. For those of you in already, here's what you can do. Let's go around the map. Every plot has a harvester, right? But some plots, for example, synchronizing.
Alright, I'm back.
You should join us in Mumble, Georgia. You should join us in Mumble. Like I said, though, property will be given to, you have to play 3 hours a day. You have to at least play 3 hours a day, at least 3 days a week to qualify for property. I have a list of people who kind of qualify right now for property. They will be assigned property. What am I doing here? For those of you guys who are running around,
Shadow Hop's right in the same.
for all of you guys just kind of sit around doing nothing, you see all the properties, right? Some of the properties have tractors on them. Grab them and bring them all to the truck station. Grab all the tractors and trailers and bring them to the truck station. So what we're gonna do is everyone's going, once the property is assigned, everyone will pick up their tractor and seeds and off they go to their own piece of land, right?
Including the one at the fuel station?
If it's already at the fuel station.
No, that one's just for the fuel station, I believe.
You see these little green tractors? These are all, there's 15 of these on the map. There's 15 of these and there's 15 trailers. There should be one at every field. So if you see a little green tractor like this, what is this called? The Brewer RP21s. The Brewer RP21s and the trailer, whatever it's called, all those need to be brought here to the station here. Every one of them. So for those of you guys kind of sitting around doing nothing, do that. Thank you. Shadow's been working on filling them all up. When you get a piece of property assigned to you, you will jump in a tractor and off you go to your piece of property, right? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty exciting. So, while you guys are doing that, I am going to be doing some administrative work, and I'm writing all these little names down. We're gonna do the lotto system, guys. I got a cup right here. I'm tearing out little pieces of paper. This is so dumb. You know, we're doing Secret Santa, guys. Secret Santa.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's going on? Who is that?
This is Matt or Rockham from the
Oh,
chat.
alright, Rockham. What's going on, man?
Hello.
Opening up the PDF.
I mentioned I hate these trailers.
Yes. You mentioned you hate the trailer. What I'm really worried is we're not going to have enough land for everybody. And if that happens, then people are going to have to double up. Like I said, if you guys want to take on partners, it's preferable that you take on a partner that you choose. You know, you guys kind of choose each other as partners. If you guys want to choose partners, I highly recommend you do it now. When I assign a field, you two can be off on your way, right?
You said bring those little tractors, trailers too?
Yes. All the Brewer RP 21s and the trailer should be brought to the truck station. Please. Alright. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I do apologize for the page. I'm writing down colors.
I'm actually driving right by the seed factory. I can stop by and fill this one up. I got a tractor and trailer. Unless you guys have a problem with that.
Everything is so quiet.
Everybody's doing prep work. Should be.
Yes, I am making my little secret Santa cup here.
Secret Santa. LOL.
I'm lost. How do I get out of blue?
I wish I had a little thing to hold it because I'm tearing up the little pieces of paper. You guys can hear the. So now I'm gonna do that. So you guys can hear it. Here's the paper. Tearing it up.
WeTech centered channel.
Missed.
I hate these trailers.
Missed.
Oh god dang it, this is my tractor.
Be right back, guys. Got a phone call.
Alright.
Alright, I'm getting it. I went and cheated. I got a pair of scissors because that's much easier.
Oh my god, I seriously wish you could lock these trailers.
Okay, now let's do this.
Will it hook up like this? Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna rage. Rage!
Alright, I'm back.
Over here at the end of the lot, you have a dual trailer that's loaded. You want that separated?
Alright, gentlemen. We are halfway there. Okay. So, how are the trailers coming? How's the seed trailers coming? So let's get certain people on their way. I think.
I believe I'm bringing the last of the burgers over.
Okay, good. Let's get these out of the way first. Vital stage points have been pre-picked, right? Get these out of the way first. Okay, so I always forget the field names every time. I don't know how many times I've done this. Okay, so White Farm, that will be my farm, right? Light Blue Farm is shipping and storage. Light Blue Farm is Mr. Shadows.
Damn it.
What's that? Oh, you're trying to.
I done rage quit on those trailers, so somebody else can take over.
Orange. Water specialization will go to Lonnie. Shadow, Lonnie, if you want to grab a sea trailer, you can go off on your ways.
Well, I'm here already. I'm at my place.
Okay, yeah. Potter Brown, you said you wanted silage, right?
Yeah, sure.
Potter Brown, light green, specialization silage. Carluna, are you back, Carluna?
He's muted.
Oh, he's muted, okay. And Carluna will be the dairy farm, dark blue. Alright, guys. And remember, guys, I'm judging this solely based on the amount of time people play in the game. Hey, we can all admit that those vital points need to be players who play a lot, right? I think we can all agree to that.
Rage.
Like I said, all of those are the 5 vital stations. Those stations are required for vital stations. To qualify for vital stations, you have to play at least 6 to 7 hours a day, 12 days a week. I need a blood sample, a hair sample, 20-year background check, financial check. So, okay. Now let's do the lot over here. So I don't even know how to fairly who goes first. You know what? I'm just gonna pick people, and that's that. Eli, let's go Eli first. Eli, you've been playing quite a bit, so you're gonna get to be the first one. How about that?
Woohoo!
Look,
Wait,
can you guys hear that?
I hear you. Yeah, I can hear it.
Okay, so I'm shaking the cup up, guys. Eli, Pink Farm.
Is that the one with 93 and 92?
Eli gets the Pink Farm. Pink Farm specialization is cattle breeding. No, Pink Farm.
Cattle breeding? Okay.
Yeah, Pink Farm is. Yeah, you're right. Pink Farm has 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. Everything that's pink.
Okay, I'm gonna bring this on my way down to the farm, and then I have to go to work soon, so I'll be on later tonight.
Okay.
So.
Remember, guys, I will be keeping track of playtimes. Next, let's do. You know what? Let's do TJ. TJ. All right, here you go, TJ. Hopefully you're here.
Yay.
Hopefully you're listening.
Down there.
It's so dumb, isn't this just so dumb? I'm here shaking this dumb cup with little doohickeys in it. Alright, TJ, here you go. I got a little, here it is. TJ, Yellow Farm. Yellow Farm.
Yeah.
Yellow.
Storage.
Yellow is specialization. I don't have my little fowl breeding. Horse breeding is your specialization on yellow.
Alright.
Alright, gentlemen. Who are we going to do next?
Mm-hmm.
So. So how do we breed cattle? Is that like with the sheep icon like you have, or?
Well, right now is not the time to be asking that, Eli. We will cover each facility when, right? I'll cover it later. We'll cover it later. But when you get to your farm, guys, let me know. I can tag your equipment. Make sure your equipment is correct. Make sure you have the proper equipment on your farm. Next, we're gonna do.
I don't think he is. Q-Tex is. He's running around.
Channel Fighting Legend 93. Yes.
Q-Tex is here, but Q-Tex you currently do not qualify because you haven't played enough Q-Tex. Now, I'm not saying, but you haven't played enough yet. Once you've played enough, then you qualify. You know what I mean? Right now, I'm just picking out people who have played enough by, the previous map and this map, right? And Q-Tex, you only got to play a few hours because I think you're having internet issues. But once you get a few more hours in, and then we'll reevaluate, right? Okay, so Viking's not here. So Harvest Man. Harvest Man is next. Here you go, Harvest Man. Here's your shake.
Viking said he was here in.
Where is he
Chat.
at? Oh, did he?
Computer
Yep.
DK02.
Okay, so Viking. We'll do Viking then Harvest Man. Here you go, Viking. Hey, that's 2. Okay.
Success! Oh my god.
I accidentally picked up 2.
Put a third
Viking
on.
gets Black Farm. Black Farm.
Hey.
Black Farm specialization is chickens. Chickens, guys. Remember, guys, the specialization has to be your primary focus. And then after your focus is taken care of, you do whatever you want. I don't care after that. So black is chickens. Hopefully you heard that. Next is Harvest Man. Alright, Harvest Man, here we go. Burgundy, Harvest Man. Burgundy. Burgundy is beef breeding. Beef breeding is your specialization.
What field is that? Because I don't know what Burgundy is.
Burgundy is 82, 82, 83, 84, 85. Burgundy.
Oh, it's like another African color.
Yep. Alright, there you go. Remember, guys, when you get to your farms, I need to log this other one. Give me 1 second.
All the vehicles here at the supply depot should be repaired. I went around and fixed any damage we did yesterday.
It's gonna be kind of a pain. I might have to admin myself, because. Okay, oh, that's fine. We already did yellow, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got yellow.
Okay, so who else are we missing? Eli set up, Potter set up, set up, Shadow set up, Harvest set up, TJ set up, and like I said, Q-Tex. Once you get a few more hours in, Q-Tex, I promise you, once you get a few hours in, we'll reevaluate. But right now, honestly, we need a lot of helpers. We need a lot of helpers. So everybody's covered. All right, guys. So everybody is covered. Like I said, guys, this is gonna be. Like I said, you have to put in at least 3 hours a day, at least 4 days a week to keep your farm. I generally do. I will keep track. You know, if you have to go on vacation or something, make sure to let us know. That way we know not to give away your farm, right? If something, see, that's something we need to cover. What happens if we have to give away someone's farm? What do we do? What I'm thinking we do is we revert it back into an original farm. You know what I mean? We take everything, sell it off.
The government takes it for taxes.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Because remember, this is how taxes are going to work, guys. If we have money in the bank, taxes are going to be low. When money gets, you know, taxes are going to rise, go up, and go down.
Yeah, if somebody forfeits their farm, the government remands it.
Yeah, and then taxes for the rest of us go down, which is kind of good for the rest of us. That's so bad, though. Like, who's gonna fail first? Who's gonna make it cheaper for us on taxes? Oh, that's so bad. Alright, so let me admin this account. When you guys get to your farms, be sure to let me know, guys. That way I can tag your equipment, make sure you have the proper equipment.
I'm there.
Since we're just getting started, is it possible we can make it daytime?
Yeah, I'll speed up time. Just I'll speed it up to 6 a.m. Oh, I can't do it on this one. All right, Carluna, you're at your farm, right? Oh wait, that was Potter Brown. Right?
I am in my pink little area thing. So I am at my farm.
Oh, Potter, your silage farm. You don't get a trailer and tractor. Wait, do you? Crud.
You get a tractor, not a trailer.
Right? Wait, no, let's check the tractors.
I can switch in the single player real quick and check if you need me to.
Actually, I think he does get a tractor and a trailer because he has a sour and everything here. So I think he does get a. Okay, I think you're right. Okay, let me tag your equipment.
I am back.
Does every farm have the little gravel spot with a fence?
Eli, you're at your farm, right?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a gravel place that they have that little area when you
Just
first start off.
look at vehicle selection, Eli, and look where the rest of your vehicles are. You know what I mean? Where your combine is, that's.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So when you get there, tell me. Who else is ready?
I'm at my farm just trying out my seeds.
Okay.
If you want to tag my stuff now, you can do it.
TJ, you're yellow, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you gotta jump out of your tractor.
Sorry, yeah.
Okay, I brought 2 more loads of seeds up from the factory.
Where do we dump the seed? Right by where the seed pallets are?
Yeah, there's a little drop-off point on the side of the seed pallet. You see a little grate there. Now it does
Great.
take time for those starting
Okay,
pallets
I'm
to
there.
process the seed.
Great. Can't back this thing up, and it's got a big fuel thing next to it.
I'm here.
Okay, Eli, you're set. Who is that? Who else said I'm here?
Me.
Harvestman. Okay. Harvestman color.
Burgundy. The nether rack.
Oh, cool. You can pull next to it.
You can slow time now. It's daylight.
So burgundy's done. Pink is done. Yellow is done. Green is done. I need to do light.
Orange, I'm ready.
Orange is ready.
I'll get on later. I think I'm gonna get off for a wee bit and then start my farm when I get back on. How are we gonna do the fuel then? Did we just go over there and pick up the fuel barrel?
Alright, Orange, you should be set.
Thank you.
Wish I could jump into the equipment that's not in the right places. Like for example, Burgundy's tractor, original tractor is somewhere in here. So everybody should be set, right? So I'm gonna do this real quick.
Alright, well, I'm working on moving my equipment over to my field here. I'm gonna work on cultivating.